You're looking into the future, holding that opportunity. And you know what that opportunity is? You, the relationship you have with yourself, sweet souls. That's you. That's your worth. You're holding it. You know it now. Nine of Pentacles. Hey there, sweet souls. How are you? It's your Force Fairy here. Nice to see you again. Welcome in and welcome back to the Honey Baker Woods, where I read cards out here. So let's read some cards for you, sweet souls. We're going to do this Spread Crafter's Oracle deck. Do a 6-card spread. Taking a look at the present moment, the challenge, the opportunity, the energy, the goal, and some advice. And then we're going to clarify with the Clay Arcana Tarot for more messages, more information, and more clarity on this read. The cards don't want to be seen, but before we lay the cards out, I have got my subscriber shout out. And for today's collective read, my subscriber that I'd like to say thank you to is Paula Castro Lopo, at Paula P. Castro Lopo. Paula, thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you to all my subscribers. And if you'd like a subscriber shout out during these collective reads, just make your subscription public. That way I can see it on my end. And the cards don't want to be seen, so I'm going to lay them out face down. But just so you know, Paula, I'm thinking about you during this read. So thank you. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. Present moment, challenge, opportunity, goal. Sorry, energy that's around you, goal, and advice. And we will take a look at what's at the bottom of the deck at the end of the read. I've been loving these reads as of late. This deck combination is fantastic. So I want to see what the tarot deck wants to do. The oracle didn't want to be seen, so let's see what the tarot wants. If we're going to lay all the cards out face down, or if we're going to have the tarot cards face up. Nope, face down. I'll see you on the flip side. All right, sweet souls, all the cards are laid out. Let's get to this, the present moment. And the main deck card is selfhood, introspection, identity. Clarified by the 9 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. So you're taking a look at, through introspection, your identity. And if you have been identifying in the lack mentality, I think with the wake up, with everyone awakening to their spirituality, to their spiritual path, to their connection to God without that middleman, without the Hierophant, the middleman, without permission, that lack mentality is changing. This is taking your pain and transmuting it into wish fulfillment, into power. And as you can see with this wish fulfillment card, the 9 of Pentacles, he's in his pajamas. I mean, he's just at home chilling and being grateful that he has a home that is safe. He feels safe in his body, in his organic self. And this is as a spirit, as a soul. I see all of this. You're leaving that lack mentality. You're asking, for a lot of you, for help, and people are more than happy to help you. So that leads us to the challenge, compassion. Because of all the compassion you have shown in your lifetime, in your lifetimes, how can you show empathy, sensitive, charity, and understanding to yourself and to others? How can you help alleviate suffering? It's by starting with yourself. As the card says, having compassion for yourself. If you have compassion for yourself, it's easier to have compassion for others because you've been there. You've been in the lack mentality. You've been in the 5 of Pentacles. For some of you, you've been homeless. And now you finally have a home. You're back in a home. When you feel disconnected from the universe, from God, from the great divine, this is where lack lives, in that disconnect, for sure. So to have compassion for yourselves then gives you the compassion to understand why people act the way they do, why they are so, why hurt, as they say, hurt people hurt people. I sort of saw that as an excuse for a very long time until I realized it's just these are just truths. This is not an excuse. This is just a truth that hurt people. They don't know how to be compassionate with themselves, so they hurt other people because they're hurting themselves every day, all day long. And so I looked at it as an excuse, like I've been hurt, meaning me, Force Fairy, I've been hurt, and I don't want people to feel the way I did, so I avoid hurting people. I do not want to hurt people. I don't have the intent to hurt people. If I do, I take full accountability, apologize, and do better so I don't hurt someone again, either that same person or other people, by having the same behavior. An apology means nothing without behavioral change. It's true. So, compassion is the challenge, clarified by Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. Look at this. Because of all the compassion that you have shown to yourself and others, you've got this Ace of Pentacles coming to you. But until you get out of that lack mentality, this Ace of Pentacles, this opportunity, may not be coming to you as quickly or as you thought. Okay. Is your wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups, to receive, Empress, to be able to grow? I think so, out of this lack mentality, and to see your worth. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. I see you. I see you, collective. Okay. So the opportunity is relationship. The way you are connected and related to something or someone, including yourself. This has to do with your relationship with yourself. So far, your selfhood, first word out, selfhood, introspection, identity. And if you're really a truly compassionate and kind person, you might not have been valued. You might, they say, like kindness can be perceived as weakness. This is your strength, your compassion for others. And others might have taken advantage of you because of your compassion, knowing that you are compassionate, that you would always forgive. Oh my goodness, I've been here. Relationship and the relationship that you have with yourself. Two of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. I love this. Then 1 + 9 = 10. And you're looking into the future with, looks like, with that pentacle. With that, do you see how that sphere? I know that's supposed to represent the world in traditional, but it looks like this pentacle to me today. Yes, indeed. You're looking into the future, holding that opportunity. And you know what that opportunity is? You, the relationship you have with yourself, sweet souls. That's you. That's your worth. You're holding it. You know it now. Nine of Pentacles. Absolutely. Okay. So the energy that's all around you, courage. What makes you invincible, unstoppable, indomitable? How can you conquer your fears? What do you need to do to cultivate courage? What is the act of bravery needed right now? Clarified by Page of Cups, forgiveness. Yes. And imagination. Again, the Page of Cups is the imagination station, and the Queen of Swords. And then you will be able to see clearly into the future with truth and integrity. Yes, clearly. This is clear visions. Page of Cups. Okay, so what you imagine, this is also telling me that what you imagine will bring your ability to see the future for yourself and others clearly. To courageously look into the future when all that is being, I guess, propagandized, all the propaganda is showing us a very horrible dystopian type of future. But if you're not watching what they have imagined, and you imagine courageously a compassionate world, a world of relationships that are equal and integral, Queen of Swords, that communication is truthful and clear. None of this manipulating, none of this emotionally manipulating, mentally manipulating, psyops, and all the rest of it. Because what you imagine with the Page of Cups, courageously, is a beautiful world of integrity, Queen of Swords, of growth, Empress, of prosperity, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and out of this lack mentality of the Five of Pentacles. That's your wish fulfillment, I think, for you, sweet souls, and the world. Nine of Cups. That everyone would feel comfortable in their home, lovingly created by your own imagination and steps taken. Because there's a lot of pentacles on the table, so there's a lot of materializing of what it is that you are imagining. So that brings us into the goal. Clarified by, or the goal is lead, yeah. To be the role model, to set an example, to facilitate, to show the way, to steer towards the right direction. With that Queen of Swords, you're definitely heading in the right direction. Clarified by Temperance, and your path is protected. Yes, Temperance and the King of Cups. This is leading with love. This is leading with depth. This is seeing past the veil and into the depths of every single individual that you come across, sweet souls, and seeing them on a soul level, understanding with compassion why they are where they are, who they are, or who they perceive themselves to be. And it's sort of like if there have been lies or if there have been projections onto I'm feeling every individual that you come across, whether it be the person across from the counter making you your coffee, or a coworker that you see Monday to Friday and you've known them for years and years and years, whether it be a family member, maybe a sibling or a family member that you've grown up with since childhood, or a stranger on the street, or the person who you sleep next to every night. With every single relationship, I am seeing that you have the courage to forgive them for their wrongs. You have the imagination, the imagined beautiful life of the Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, that you are protected, that you are also guided by your spirit team, your angels, by the great divine themselves, and that you are leading with love with the King of Cups, with the depth of your soul versus just the surface sort of narratives or the surface experiences. Not to dismiss them, but they have been there to deepen your understanding of yourself, your selfhood, first card out, of your identity. And with this introspection, you are really seeing that you are making your dreams come true. Nine of Cups, that you are growing, Empress, that you are protected, Temperance card, that you are also alchemizing negativity of your life, of your experiences, into positivity, and then to lead with this depth of the King of Cups towards the right direction, Queen of Swords. And so the advice is luck. Look at this spread. What opportunities and joyful surprises are in store for you? What can you do to align yourself to the energies of luck, sweet souls? Clarified by the Magician. You are the Magician. Seven of Swords, though, showing up. This is cut your losses. I feel like this is the Queen of Swords cutting her losses and moving into the future. Also taking a different strategy. Maybe it could be with your manifestations, taking a different strategy. Maybe you've learned a new strategy. Seven of Swords. This is Moon in Aquarius. You could have a Moon in Aquarius, but this is a different strategy. I think a different perception as far as what luck is. That it's a frequency, not sort of the roll of the dice, although some people might say it's the roll of the dice. I personally think luck is a frequency that you are either on the luck frequency or not, where everything works out in your favor, and then it does, and then you're not surprised, but yet you're still amazed, Magician, because you're coming to the realization that you create and manifest your own luck. And in the future, you are really seeing yourself and your dreams come true. Nine of Cups, Page of Cups, with truth and integrity, Queen of Swords, with the depth of the King of Cups, with protection of the Temperance card, but also the alchemy, because this is Scorpio energy. And when it comes out with the King of Cups, you are able to take very dark energies and transmute them into very light, powerful, and lead with this light, lead with this courage. And other people might consider you lucky, and I think you're on the frequency of luck, to be honest with you. Let's see what you might not see, what's underneath the deck. Release. To let go, to say goodbye, to set free, to leave, to move on and to move forward. You are releasing all of the pain. You're releasing that lack mentality, and you're stepping into your independence. Nine of Pentacles, you're self-made, your manifestations, Magician, Nine of Pentacles. You are moving up into Empress energy of being able to receive and then grow so that all can benefit from your love, from your opportunities, Ace of Pentacles, from your luck. Not just you are receiving the good luck, but that's what you plant of the Empress, everyone then receives. Wow, so that they can get on their own luck frequency. Four of Pentacles. I don't think when this comes out with the release card, you are not holding on. You're building with these pentacles. You're building with these opportunities. You are not at all holding on to, as in a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith image, or it's just one of many representations of the miser of the tarot. It was the Four of Pentacles. But I also see fours as it's a stabilizing number. It's a stabilizing energy. And so with the Four of Pentacles, this is Sun in Capricorn. This is stabilizing, I think, your own identity. You've done the introspection. You don't have to be a Sun in Capricorn or an Aquarius moon. You could be. I see the Aquarius moon with the Seven of Swords, but that's just a different strategy. That's cutting your losses and different strategy. Like, that didn't work out, I'm going to try something different. That's what that is. And the Queen of Swords does that quite easily with grace. But back to the Four of Pentacles. Candle just went out, but I'm almost done this read. Let me just switch this out. I'll take this one for now. As I was saying, the Four of Pentacles is building. And it's like you're building a community. Do you see this? You're building a community. See that around him? That's the community he's helping to build. Learning with the Page of Pentacles underneath that. Learning also to release and not to hold on. Not to hold on to anything. But that opportunity, and you realize that's your value. You're holding on to your value. I see it. You're holding on to the value. Your value. That's it. Yeah. And you're helping others see their value with compassion so that they can grow. Empress. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's get an oracle. This is pretty straightforward, sweet souls. This is exactly what you're doing, and this is it's not just you. There's quite a few people in the collective that are seeing their worth, seeing this, ignoring the lack mentality that is being projected onto us through a lot of different ways, and being courageous in expressing the truth. Queen of Swords. Oh, hold on. Oh my goodness, this is what came out. Fourth chakra. The energy of the heart chakra supports our inner guidance system, which is governed by our heart and capacity to love deeply. There's that King of Cups. And universal love. This is what we're all connected to. This is where our information, our love, our knowledge, our wisdom comes from. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. Yes, indeed. Bottom of the deck. And that which you might not see. Remembrance. This is what we're remembering. Universal love. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. There's that complete balance of head and heart with the Queen of Swords, King of Cups, and then a different strategy than what has been probably given to us with the Seven of Swords. The lies that have been given to us about our origin, about who we are, how we got here. These are all the lies that when we see them, we don't hold on to them. Four Pentacles. We don't feel resentment towards them. We feel compassion towards those who have tried to control and who have lied to us. The reason being for control, to control us. The lies have been told about our history, about who we are, how we got here. Yeah, about universal love, which has been blocked from us, I think, for a very long time, and replaced with the Five of Pentacles lack mentality. But do you see, and this particular Five of Pentacles, which I do have to point out now at the very end of the read, in this deck, they're actually going into what would be, in other Five of Pentacles, a church or a place, but this is like a home, like a hostel, like someone with the lights on, ready to help when you need it. You could be that person offering help to those who need it, no matter what they look like, where they come from, who they are, how they identify. You're human, and I'm here to help you. For a lot of you in the collective, that's who you are to you, yourself, your family, your co-workers, to your community. Wow, this is really, and so you embody universal love. You have a fourth chakra that's open. Your fourth chakra is open, and it's because you see the value in everyone as a soul. Wow. And then you teach how to manifest with the magician, and it's to get on that luck frequency. What opportunities, Ace of Pentacles right there, and joyful surprises are in store for you. What can you do to align yourself to the energies of luck? That's by getting on the luck frequency. And the luck frequency is basically just joy, having fun, and enjoying this life day by day, every day, releasing the old, to let go, to say goodbye, to set free and to leave, to move on and to move forward without fear. That's what this read is about today, sweet souls. Wow, let's get some angel numbers on this. I see 591. Your commitment to growth, there's that Empress card, is recognized throughout the cosmos, sweet souls. Thank you for your dedication to the light. As I pointed out in the Five of Pentacles, you are this light that everyone and anyone is welcome to come in and receive help from you. Wow. All right, let's do 192. 192. You are being encouraged to be more present in your relationships at this time. Your loved ones need your attention. I read that and also want to add to that message that makes sure that you don't give and give and give until you're exhausted. That yes, you're being encouraged to be more present in your relationships at this time. Yes, I agree fully and completely. Your loved ones need your attention, but if they become too needy, what they're doing is they're siphoning the energy from you. Just be aware of that. I've had to give time to myself and step away from the closest people, my family, my children, just so I can recharge. So I read that message to you, and take it if it resonates. But also I have to add to be able to recharge and step away from people that need you. Take time for yourself to recharge so that you can always be there. Okay. Last one, I see, let's do 724. 724. It is time for you to honor and be honored. Know that when angels look at you, they see a spark of greatness and love. Sweet souls, you are a spark of God. You are a spark of greatness. Ooh, that just gave me chills. I love that. And I love that for you. And if anything I've said in this read resonates, please let me know in the comments below. And that's what I see for you, sweet souls. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care. From your Forest Fairy. Bye for now.